Hi fam, welcome. Our first classroom challenge is going to involve moving our viewport in 3D space. These lessons are going to assume that you have a 3-button mouse. If not, I will include some of those hotkeys so that you can emulate the same thing as a 3-button mouse. You can see I've already hit you with the wall of hotkeys. The first section we're going to focus on is the view section, here in yellow with the mouse. You'll see that with the middle mouse spin, we can zoom our viewport. And if we middle mouse click and drag, we will now orbit around a central point and the world becomes 3D. And if we hold shift and middle mouse click and drag, we'll actually slide around our scene. And these are the best ways of getting around your viewport. Now sometimes when you first start out, it can be a little tough and you actually just want to play and your scene gets small and then it's off your screen and then you just can't get back home. Well, that's why I included Shift C as another hotkey here on the right, which is center view, which will always bring you back home. No matter what, you do this, then you press Shift C, and what it's going to do, it's going to center your view around all the objects in the scene. The other way of moving around through 3D space is using the 1, 3, and 7. Normally these would be on a number pad, and they still work if you have a number pad, but you can also use the top number bar. So 1 is a front view, 3 is a side view, and 7 is the top. This can make it easier to navigate if you only want to see an object from the top or if you only want to see an object from the side. It makes it easier later on down the road to move things and adjust them and get them aligned. So once you're comfortable with those and you start exploring the space, you'll see that I've hidden switch ortho / perspective by pressing 5. And when you do that, you'll see the world changes just slightly. I'd like to show you another file to illustrate this. So the difference between perspective and orthographic is almost like a flat way of looking at the world, like a mathematical way, and perspective is the way you actually see the world. So that gives you depth perception basically. So when I press 5, right now all these objects are in the same space, but when I press 5, see they all pop to where they are in like in 3 dimensions. And the object on the right actually looks bigger than the object on the left because it's closer. So basically the difference between orthographic and perspective is by pressing 5, you're either adding or removing the depth. Even the words suddenly get far apart from each other. They're angular. Pretty cool. And this can be a way of seeing the world. In orthographic is more of like, are things aligned properly? And perspective are, does this look right? Does this look like real world? Is this like my artistic point of view? So yeah, once you're comfortable with all those hotkeys, why not move around the world? Find all the silly little emojis I've hidden. Alright fam, thanks for the visit. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
冰我